Good morning and happy Wednesday. Our devotional this morning is entitled, God's Far Stronger Than Whatever is Holding You Back. I'll be reading from the book Live in Grace by Bob Goff. Mark 4:39 says, He got up, rebuked the wind, and said to the waves, Quiet, be still. Then the wind died down, and it was completely calm. Few things bring me as much joy as being out on the water. Since we live right by the bay, time on the water is one of my go-to activities, and it almost always delivers. But occasionally it backfires. Occasionally I'll get out on the water, sailing in anticipation of a time for a little restoration, and a storm will show up unannounced and knock me around instead. Every time storms show up when I'm out on a boat, I think about the time Jesus' friends were hit with a similar surprise. I imagine them frantically paddling and pulling on ropes, desperate to get to the shore safely. With no luck after all their efforts, they realized Jesus was fast asleep, and they thought maybe he'd have an answer. They shook Jesus out of a deep sleep, and the first words out of his mouth were, Don't be afraid. He stood up and told the storm to be quiet, and it was quiet. We're all a little like the disciples, doing our best to make it through life. But storms happen, and before we know it, we're thrown into a bout with depression or financial pressures or sudden unemployment. The peaceful life we're striving for gets thrown out of course. We wonder if God's asleep. Those are the times it's most important to remember God is far stronger than whatever's holding you back. Jesus wasn't thrown off by thunderstorms then, and he's not caught off guard by the storms in our lives now. It might look to us like Jesus is asleep in the back of the boat, but he's actually fixing the rudder. Have a blessed morning, everyone.